Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be going over everything I got from the Fireworks Superstore, because I just recently went past the Superstore. And on my way back, you just can't not go past that Superstore. I mean, how could you not? You don't have to pick up a bunch. Like, obviously, I don't have much here. And so, yeah, I mean, everything I got, and if you stay till the end, you'll see the weirdest thing that I've ever gotten from there. Possibly. Probably the weirdest, so stay tuned to the end. So, starting off this review of everything I got the smoked dollar. For anyone who doesn't know, this is like a smoke bomb, but it flies. It spins, so like it's like a rocket, but it goes higher, a lot higher. It's a lot bigger, and it'll just shoot blue smoke the whole way up. Professional ones, or maybe even top tier consumer ones, can go up to 1,000 feet. I don't think this one will make it. I think at max, if we get really lucky, it'll go 300 or 400 feet in the air, but that's pretty high. Next up, we have a couple 500 gram cakes. We'll start with this one. This one is 25 shots, and I would say it's a decent pace. Each shot gets like its own. It's decent paced, okay? 25 shots. I mean, it's a willow. And I'd say this one's colorful. It's opposite of this one. This one, I'd say it's pretty colorful. Definitely doesn't have as many effects. Let's see if I can find performance. It does have a whistling tail. But yeah, it's just a raccoon signature Nishiki Willows. So, this one, I mean, overall good, colorful. But this next one I'm about to show you is a top tier raccoon firework. I mean, for 45 bucks, it's 56 shots, and let me tell you, it's only 40 seconds, so that means it's chaos. There's more than one shot a second, and it's not very colorful. I mean, it's just plain reds, yellows, whites. It'll mix between all of those, so pretty simple coloring. But 500 gram cake, this one will cause madness. I would suggest this one for finales and stuff. You will get to see this be shot off as long as everything else here. So, and I may be wrong with this one, but only this one. Try me. So, this one does have a couple different effects while we're on this one. Let me see, where'd that thing go? Over here. Yep, here we go. So, let's see. This has willow mines on the way up. So, I'm presuming that means that even though at the top it'll break into a willow, on the way up it'll actually have, like, many willows coming out of it. So, like a normal mine, but it'll stagger all the way to the ground almost. It says here, big burst. Every firework says that, just for marketing, I guess. I don't know. It does have a gold strobe in the middle, it claims. It claims. I think that's what that means. Yep, with gold strobe. And then it has a red lace, so that's basically after it breaks and all the particles, or whatever you want to call them, are coming down, they'll all flash red, actually. And that may be what the gold strobe is. And it'll crackle, some of them will. Or I would assume not all of them will, but I'm assuming it splits all those. Each will do it differently. So, I mean, not very colorful, but on the effects, it's kind of diverse. But this one will cause madness, so I suggest it for finales or just mid-4th of July show, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, there. And in the bag, also not much. So probably the biggest item in here. Why not start with the biggest? 3-stage spaceships. So I'm sure most of you watching this have seen a 3-stage rocket. Basically, it goes up with a lift charge. Then the next one it'll have the crackle and another lift charge. And then most of the 3-stage rockets actually shoot towards the ground after its second one. So, and then it'll have some other effect on the way down. You can get a bunch of different ones, but it'll have another charge to the ground. So this one's similar. It'll have a charge up. I'm pretty sure these crackle and charge. And then they have another charge, which is actually up. This is why these are safer. And it'll be, like, I don't know, yellow burst on the way up. And actually, yeah, you can see here that it comes with yellow, green, blue, and red ones. So it does have color. Not much, but it does. You can daytime, nighttime, anytime. They're probably better at nighttime, but these are pretty good. I usually always get those. Next up, best smoke bomb you can ever buy. I'll start speeding this up a little bit. Military smoke. You can watch these. These last almost 5 minutes. Whether the video says it or not, I have proof unless I got one on steroids first every time I bought it. I mean, you can't go wrong with these. If you get the little ones, they last like 5 seconds. They have a good poof in 5 seconds and they're done. You get the long tubes that are like USA smoke. Those last for a good 45 seconds to a minute, maybe if you're lucky, some 30 seconds. And overall, I mean, none of them go over a minute 30, but these last forever. I mean, I have a red and a blue, and if you put these side by side, it'll have red and blue smoke coming up for a while, I'd say. So, I do suggest these military smokes if you're ever in the Superstore. And I can't give you much info on these, I'll be honest. They're called Super Ground Bloom Flower. I'll do a video on these, just a YouTube short, probably. I have had similar stuff, but it was older, like, I had no clue. These do spin. I don't know if they actually have a report. Some of the ones that I've watched of these do have a report, so I guess you'll just have to subscribe and stay tuned if you really want to figure out, you know. And probably the most interesting thing in here, safety fuse. Like, you can't go wrong. You just got to get safety fuse. I mean, you can't have a show without safety fuse. You can't fuse anything up without safety fuse. I mean, safety fuse. I got, this one's a medium, 15 seconds a foot, and this one's a second an inch. So these are pretty close in time. I mean, this one's a little faster. This orange almost, red, orange, whatever you want to call that, is a little slower, about 2 seconds slower than this stuff a foot. And you can't go to the fireworks store and not get a punk. For those who are wondering, this is not a sparkler, and it does no effects other than you light it and then you use it to light a cake. And since you've stayed this far, I have a special surprise. You didn't see that. Take a guess. You couldn't tell. I'll give you like 3 seconds, so you better hurry up. Okay, anyway, that was definitely 3 seconds. Mini shells. These are an inch. I'm pretty sure these are smaller than an inch. So, if you're curious, if you don't know what that means, you don't know what I just said, go check out my introduction to pyrotechnics. I go over these artillery shells, and basically these are extremely small versions of artillery shells. I mean, 1 inch, that's pretty small. So, I'm going to unbox this one, actually, because I'm really curious, so. Here's the shells. I mean, that's pretty small. I mean, compared to that, that's barely bigger than the tip of my finger, if you can see that. So, I mean, that, and then the tube's even in there, too. So, if you thought the tube wouldn't be in there, I mean, look at this. This is no taller than my hand. And You just stick one of these down in there. None of this is decoration. You stick this down in there and you light that fuse up there, and it'll go up, and it'll make a break. I'm just assuming. I don't actually know. I'll post one. I'm probably going to shoot one of these off tonight because I'm so intrigued. Cherry on top, I'm going to post a video on this, but I would buy this. Now I've done it. This is a great Roman candle, and I'm sure the breaks are slightly bigger. This one only makes pops, and it goes, yeah, that was definitely realistic. Okay? But they're 100% smaller than these artillery shells. I mean, these are 2 inches maybe. So, I mean, this would really give you a reason to subscribe. You don't want to miss me shooting these off soon, because you may never see my channel again. Good luck. But this is the stuff, I would assume. These might be better than regular artillery shells to starting pyrotechnics. I don't know. I'll update that video. These are safer. But I doubt it. But they're only $5, so good cheap way, so.